MLF, you have done it again. And this is a pretty crazy one, I'm going to be honest with you, because it is a very, very gray area. And if you clicked on the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Zack Birge having 7 fish disqualified from his total on the final day, the most important day of the Bass Pro Tour out on the Chowan River. And the Chowan River just so happens to be my home body of water. So I had a lot of interest in this particular tournament, seeing these professionals come out to break down a body of water that I've fished all my life. And I'm going to tell you, I was impressed. I was very impressed by all the anglers. I just wanted to put that out there. It was pretty dang cool to see these guys come out on a fairly tough fishery and catch some really good fish. But of course, at the end of an MLF tournament, a lot of times there's controversy, and this one was no different. So basically what happened was the prior day, Zack Birge actually won the knockout round right before the championship Sunday. So he won Saturday out of a creek that he had went way up, way up the creek, way up. And he actually navigated up under a couple of bridges, and they showed that on live. He actually laid down on the front deck, pulled his boat under, not getting out of the boat, but laid on the deck, pulled his boat under, and was able to access some backwater areas where he was absolutely crushing them on a swim jig. And he caught 40 plus pounds of bass doing this, making very accurate casts around the bases of cypress trees, and he was getting a really good reaction strike from these fish. So obviously, the final day, the championship day, where you're fishing for $100,000, you are going to go back to an area where you feel like has a lot of fish. It doesn't have a lot of pressure. He was doing something completely different from everybody else. He wasn't utilizing forward-facing sonar or fishing offshore, doing anything like that. So he really thought in his head that he had a winning pattern. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a Zack Birge fan because he fishes the same way I do. Shallow water fisherman, power fisherman. I love seeing that. So he was going to go up and he was going to do this on the championship day. Now, from what I understand, prior to him doing this, he got the okay from his official and from a MLF official that he could get out the boat, sink the boat a little bit, let some water in. So basically what he did, and I've done this before, and a lot of guys in my area have done it before, if you have to get through pipes or anything like that, you actually pull your drain plug, let water in your boat, and that allows your boat to get lower in the water, so then you can navigate through pipes, under bridges, stuff like that. So Zack Birge's boat, which he runs a Blazer bass boat, does not have the remote drain plug. A lot of the new bass boats have remote drain plugs where you can just, pull the plug out from inside the boat. You can put it in, put it out. Well, his particular boat, as well as my boat, does not have that. You have to get outside of the boat, and it's a screw drain plug with an O-ring on it. So he had to get out the boat, pulled his plug, but he maintained contact with the boat the whole time, which was supposedly let known to him that that was an important part of it. Maintained contact with the boat, let the plug out, sunk the boat enough where he was able to navigate under these bridges. And after doing so, he had caught 7 keeper bass, and he was moving up in the rankings pretty good. I think he had moved up to potentially around 5th place. And I know I was watching live, and then all of a sudden his weight went down to 11 pounds, 8 ounces. And they came up talking about the reason for that. They were saying that being he had got out the boat and pulled the plug, that the rules state you cannot get out the boat to push or pull or get your boat basically beyond an obstacle or through an obstacle or whatever. So they're saying that by him getting out the boat and pulling the plug to get the boat down, which he did not push the boat, he did not pull the boat, when he was outside of the boat, he didn't do any of that. And the main thing that we have to look at here is that Zack asked the official, the MLF official, and was given the okay. When you're given the okay by a tournament official, that should be it. That is end of story. You have been given the okay. You can't go back on that. If MLF has an issue with the official, they need to take that out on the official. How does a pro angler that has been given the okay to do something get fish DQ'd after he was given the okay? That is absolutely insane to me. And this is not me saying I like Zack, I'm siding with Zack. That's not, this is any angler in any tour. If you're given the okay by a tournament official and then you do it and then they come back and DQ your catch or DQ you for the day, that's absolutely unacceptable in my book. And I want you to let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Like, really, I want to know, what do you think? Do you think they were right? Do you think they were wrong? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think, given the fact that he was given the okay, this whole thing is completely wrong, completely unacceptable. I don't agree with it whatsoever. You know, he didn't get out the boat. He didn't push the boat over a log. He didn't push the boat through something. He didn't get in front of the boat and pull it. He didn't do any of this. He got out the boat after he was told by an official that he could do so. Get out. He was able to pull the plug. He got back in the boat, from what I understand. Got back in the boat and was able to get under the bridge, and he caught 7 keeper fish. So basically, there was a little lapse in time from the time that this happened. And every angler has an official in the boat. But there was obviously a little amount of time, because he caught 7 fish from the time this happened to the time that those fish were disqualified. I'm not 100% sure the exact amount of minutes that went by or anything like that, but there was a decent amount of time that went by. So I really hate to see this. There's so much stuff going on within MLF right now, and just within the fishing community, so much controversy dealing with, you know, just forward-facing sonar and just different stuff going on. And I just really hated to see this in this huge tournament. We had an angler that won the day before. He asked permission and was given the okay, and then they come back and DQ those catches. And something else, he did not walk across the stage on the final day. So obviously he was not happy. He was not happy with the decision, because if you're given the okay to do something, then you can't back up on that. There's no way. I want to know y'all's opinion. Let me know. I try not to get too tied up in the controversy of bass fishing. I don't talk about it very much, but I will admit that this one, it kind of struck me wrong, and I don't agree with it whatsoever. So let me know down in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. Once again, there's more controversy in the MLF, and I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know if they're trying to push certain anglers out. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, it was a really cool tournament. It was cool to see him come out on the Chowan. Congrats to Drew Gill. That absolutely smashed him. He went on a flurry in that second period and caught him, it looked like, on a drop shot on some offshore wood. So congrats to him, and congrats to everybody that finished in the top 10. That was amazing, seeing him out there. And that's it. More controversy in the MLF. And let me know what you think. So I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Go check out my videos where I'm actually fishing, not sitting in front of the camera just talking about fishing. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time on Gunfish TV.